Hi guys. So I felt really called to have this video tonight. Um, I woke up thinking of chamomile, and um, all day long this angel was around me. So chamomile comes to me first in a sometimes to some people the angel comes across as a male. Chamomile comes to me as a woman. And she's pinkish orange. She, I don't know. I mean, she's very angelic, and I know she's an angel, and so that's kind of weird to say out loud. But she's and what I mean by angelic is her energy is very light and she doesn't come through very strong. But all day long, her name has come up to me, come up to me, come up to me. And so I just kind of honed in on, I had this message to tell you all, and I'm like, how is this all connected? Which, if my spiritual mentor was here, she'd be like, Brooke, speak to your guides. Anyways, um, but how it all kind of started for me was yesterday I sold a painting, and this painting has just been out in the universe. And it was a painting I did on Dolly Parton. And I bring this up because it was a collaborative effort with Gordon Stotes, who's an impeccable artist himself. And but Dolly represents love. So to me, it kind of comes full like back around. But I had mentioned earlier in a couple videos ago about how when we don't focus on our twin, it's amazing how the universe kind of is like switches the tides and changes things and makes things grow. Or I always say like it's like I'm trying to visualize what I'm trying to say, but if you can think of waves kind of crashing through, if you fight that resistance, it's just like this the whole time, right? But if you just let go and, kind of how Abraham Hicks talks about, putting the cork underwater and letting it float to the surface and not concentrate on it, it's really interesting how relationships just kind of come full circle. So I painted this painting 3 years ago, and long story short, my friend put it on Instagram and we sold it, which is beautiful. But it was just like this amazing pot of gold from the universe that just said, hey, you're abundant. Keep doing what you're doing. This is like one of those rockets of desires you threw into the universe, and now it's coming to fruition. So I use that to come back to my twin flame journey. And what I can say is when you get rid of the title and you get rid of the labels and you kind of just sit back and know you have a spiritual connection, and maybe you all aren't speaking, the biggest thing I wish I would have told myself when I was going through the whole journey is, because I remember, listen, I was, there's no other words, it was a shit show and for many years. But now I can like really look at it and go, hey, this person's always around. They're always going to be able to speak with. I can always talk to them. I know the connection's there, and I always know there's unconditional love there. So had I known, or wish I would have been confident enough to believe in myself at the time, right? But of course, through the whole struggles, through the whole journey, um, it just, yeah, I mean, I don't know how else to say it. I went from like divine masculine to divine feminine. And now I'm back in my confidence, and I understand so much of the journey. And my point is, when you start just looking at relationships and staying in love, that's the reason I called the title of this video "Staying in Love." Um, you don't give as much energy to whatever the label is, and you start you just have gratitude, and you've experienced that. And there's so many people in this world who have not. And so it's kind of like the painting. I let it go, kind of put it in this stream of love and left it behind, and it came back to reward me. And the irony of that painting is that is the exact same thing that's happened with my twin flame journey throughout the years, right? There's always been a ripple effect. There's always been someone that said something that said, Brooke, this person said they still love you, or they still care about you, or they are your twin, they believe in the same thing, or they feel the same measurement of gratitude, whatever the case may be. And so even all those times there was I mean, for so long I was like, oh, my twin hates me, my twin hates me, yada yada yada. My point is, when I released that, it brought so much more love in my life that I would have never ever anticipated. And so I kind of come back full circle to chamomile, because to know the door is always open with my twin to have a conversation or whatever that may look like, and also to have this amazing thing happen with my painting, and then for chamomile to be around all day. I just got this urge to remind you guys that it really is going to be okay. So if you're having a sad day, I read a comment on one of my videos that was like, Brooke, you just inspire me to paint or start a YouTube channel or speak, about my experiences. And all I can say is, honestly, when you lead with love, people will never, they might leave your life, but they always come back around, right? Just like the painting. When I left it for love, and amazingly enough, it was Dolly Parton, and threw it into the universe, somebody else who had this same connection to love and Dolly Parton and lessons and what she represents bought it, right? And it was such an amazing transference of energy from this collector, because this collector has all this Dolly Parton, like she was like one of the first members of Dolly Parton's fan club. So just like really that ripple effect that you really genuinely see, now that I'm in the corporate world, I have an amazing team, and I constantly tell them, having empathy, leading with your heart, you can still do in a corporate environment and give that same ripple effect. I was really pushing for my team to volunteer, because our company gives us 4 hours a month free to go volunteer. And I've been there for almost a year and we had never used it. And so I signed my team up, and before I know it, like project management team and all these other teams in the company are taking advantage of it. So be the ripple, right? Wherever that may be within your heart, how can you make one step into the collective and genuinely just watch it do the ripple effect? And I don't know, I just had so much love. I've reached out to a couple people lately, and I've seen them just totally reach back to me. And the gentleman that I collaborated with on the Dolly, now he's like, Brooke, tell me your ideas, I'd like to collaborate again. And so ask the universe, set yourself up for some massive manifestations. There's just, the energy feels just like, literally, I know I've already said this, and I know I sound like a broken record, but I feel chamomile around us. Her job, or what she does, is help relationships in trauma. Liz talks a lot about chamomile, looking over the twin flames, and this angel really is far back for me. Like I've always said, normally Gabriel or Michael or even Raphael comes through before that. So it's normally really distant. So for her to keep coming through all day long, I just felt like I had to come say hi and tell you guys this. Hi, Megan Hall. It's what I've been doing, and it helps put my energy into a positive place of ripples that led to her. Oh, that's really sweet. Ironically enough, when my twin flame and I at one point were together, I sold paintings like crazy, like it was insane. I sold every single painting that was during that time. So that's funny you say that. I'm very fortunate. I've met a soulmate, and I think this human is great. And so for me, I feel really honored that the door is open with my twin to talk and have some sort of connection. And then at the exact same time, I really, like I said, I'm really hoping this playful journey with my soulmate kind of happens and the healing happens. And I take it day by day. I'm just staying present, and we'll see what happens. But right now I'm kind of going through this, focusing on the relationships around me, the love that I have inside of myself, and just transitioning into this just new manifestation. So that's where I'm at right now. My art is like channeling my mom. Ironically enough, my mom was an artist. And so for me, It's the time I get to spend with her. So I kind of just zone out. I put some tunes on, and it's all about like feeling the other side, channeling love, and seeing what happens. So, anyways, I'm gonna pull some cards for you guys. And if there was somebody out there that needed to hear that, stay strong. And just remember, time is totally an illusion. You know, if we were in a different plane and we could push the button and move 3 years forward, it's incredible how energetically like your twin will come back around, back around, back around. So don't quit believing, but at the same time, just try to really transmute that fear or pain and try to concentrate on other things. So yeah, I mean, you know, you can have different connections, I think, Megan. I agree with you. It's totally different with your twin, but you find healing modalities in different people and different souls for different reasons. So it kind of all connects, right? I think we're all connected. But that's where I'm at with my journey. 3 of Raphael, reasons to celebrate. A community of friends, happy announcements regarding relationships or children. I mean, it's really interesting. This card, the 3 of Raphael. So Raphael's the healing angel. A community of friends is what this channel has always been about: love and healing, and really just supporting one another and wherever we are and whatever that feels like is the reason I created this, to build people up and just transmute the love as well as you can. That's it. So 9 of Gabriel. Gabriel is my little angel that always comes through. I've said this before. He kind of comes through as a gay boy. The 9 of Gabriel talks about staying kind of true to your path, whatever that looks like, right? You're moving forward. Your eyes are like forward momentum, and your feet are like rooted. You're determined, and you're prepared for any possibility. It's about the idea of possibilities are endless. So let's see what's next. Megan, you're a sweet soul. Thanks for being here. The Empress came out. Archangel Gabriel. Creativity is rewarded. Megan's talking about it right now. It's all about art and being creative. You know, I've always said all twin flames are creatives. They're meant to co-create, to build the collective up together. I truly believe that is the journey. However you work it out with your twin, and however you transmute the energy together is really what it's about. But anyways, 8 of Michael, and this is you're free, right? This is all about freedom, knowing that you're courageous, you can change any situation you want. You're a powerful manifester. And that's what Michael represents too, right? He was the first angel I saw in my awakening. Okay, I'm going to move on. All right. It's so weird. I feel like the moon is so strong. It must be doing something like, I don't know, like there must be something going on in the cosmos. This is where, you know, I've always said that like the sun speaks to me. The moon doesn't. The moon and my twin are, as Megan said, homies. They're super close. My twin could probably tell you everything that's going on with the moon any time of the day. And I, on the other hand, am like, where's the sun? I love the sun. So your hard work is paying off. That's what flips out first. I truly believe that, you know, by kind of just leaning into this really, really hard connection and using it for positivity and uplifting one another and understanding what love is, and knowing that not only does it pass over, but it continues to come up and it's never truly gone. And once you feel that, it is a completely different experience, like anything else, like Megan's talking about. A new start is coming. So, hey, if you needed to hear that, I hope that I jumped on here to tell you that. A time for healing. I love that. That's how I felt all day today. That's what like Chamomille's purpose is to throw love back into your heart, relief, just like really be there for the trauma. That's what I just keep hearing. It's all about like just pushing out the trauma and healing. A good way to heal is writing, journaling, maybe do an abandonment grief book. There's so many different circles and that you can look online and find them. They're everywhere. And just to talk to other people that have experienced like losing something. I remember there was a time in my twin flame journey, and I was absolutely out of my head. I was so devastated. And I really thought like my life was almost just over. I couldn't believe the intensity and how it felt losing that individual. And now that I've kind of been through it, I realize I never lost the person. I wish I could tell me back then that actually it's gonna be okay, and it's actually gonna end up being better if you'll just keep breathing into it. And it's really, really cool once you get to a place to realize that this other soul is just walking the same plane as you, or wherever they happen to be. You can be connected even if they've passed over, but to know that they exist and have that moment of existence together is just I don't know, it's very cool. And it just, I wish someone would have told me that, because it was very, very hard to put one foot in front of the other. Liz comes on here a lot, and she really helped me move through all that, because it was a rough go. So anyways, speaking of which, I'm going to pull some Archangel Raphael cards. I've talked about him before. He's kind of my green Santa. So let's see what he has to say. Exercise is key. I couldn't agree more. Moving your body and releasing toxins and just physically moving. There's something that's very almost like, I get the word barbaric, but it's just that strength, that power. Like when you lift a weight and you look around and you forget, and the confidence you get when, I don't know, maybe you lift one weight faster than somebody else, or maybe you're just doing it for yourself. Whatever the case may be, sweating and getting just that like mojo builds your confidence so much, and makes you start looking at yourself like, okay, I can do this, And I remember when I went through my journey, like in the thick of it, my mentor used to always tell me, you know what? You never know what day your twin's coming back. So why wouldn't you just be the best version of yourself 24/7? And then no matter who shows up, you're concentrating on the love for yourself, right? Because what does that do? Love attracts love. And when you look your best and you feel your best, that's when the twin will, trust me, and everybody else will be very curious of what is happening and what you got going on. And before you know it, I don't know, it's just this amazing feeling. Your vibration just raises, right? So give yourself the opportunity to really like focus in on eating healthy and exercising and releasing all those toxins. Hey, Laura. Oh, awesome. Thanks for being here. All right. Second opinion. All right. So maybe something's going on in your health right now. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, please help me get a second opinion on something that maybe has been troubling you. Oh, wow. This popped out. Massage. So interesting enough about massage, I learned something. And that is when you grieve and you're going through like, I don't know, like an abandonment, massage is something that can really help, because it's like touch and love, and you're feeling that on your body and you're welcoming it in. And it's almost like a change of adjustment, and you deserve receiving the love, right? If physical touch. So allow yourself that. Anyways, I actually thought about it the other day, because that happened to me. I had a massage and I was like, oh, wow, it's been a long time since I felt like this. And so anyways, maybe give yourself that gift. All right, I'm going to pull one more. Children, thank you for helping me to help children. I love this because like little kids are the very little kids, like 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old. Like my nephews, they're like almost like still angels as they pop over, right? Like they have no concern. They're playful. They're just there's like they're just running around like carefree. And I really think also this is just a reminder to be playful. Like maybe be like a child, play with your inner child. That's the one thing when I think back on my twin that we had in common that we did so well together. It was like, we're going to make a tent. We're going to make cards for each other. We're going to paint. I'm going to write a poem. Then we're going to share a song. Then we're going to share lyrics. It was all about creativity, right? Even when I said, I love you for the first time, it was like, let me make the scene for you perfect. This is what it looks like. And so be in that playfulness, right? Play with yourself. And remember when it's like, Abraham Hicks always talks about this. If you want to manifest something, speak it into existence. If you need to act like you are already with your twin, all you're doing is giving love back to yourself in the end. So allow your heart to open and feel that. That's what I have to say. All right, Archangel cards. I'm going to pull a couple of these and let's see what rolls out. Whoa. All right, two popped out, so we'll just go with that. First one, spiritual understanding. This is Archangel Raziel. God, I can never say that, Archangel. I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truth, which is really funny because Megan was just talking about crystalline star seeds. And that's the new Earth frequency, which it's just interesting you said that at the same time this card pulled out, because to talk about esoteric information and symbols in helping you understand spiritual truths, well, that's happening by like how the world is like flipping over right now. We're kind of going into a new understanding of life. So clairvoyance, Archangel Raziel again, which is really crazy because if you look at this deck, for two Raziel cards to come out, pretty interesting. So I am helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. I love that. I'm actually going to end this reading on that because, it's that idea of you could always have love on the other side. It's also the thing that passes over. If you're not even in connection with your twin on this plane currently, you can still like give them love, go through a meditation. Like my twin and I have 50 million stories, but I promise you I could be walking down the street and all of a sudden stop and I could feel my twin. So when you really tune in, you know that they're there, right? So there's really, I get it. You miss them. There's a physicalness to it. And I understand all that. And I'm not saying there's not, but you can still feel one another. There's many different ways, and the universe works in mysterious ways. And honestly, if you will pray and ask whoever you pray to, but if you will ask for a sign, you will receive it and it will be stunning. I'll just give you an example. My brother, when he passed, one day was walking through the park at night. It was dark with my dog. And as I'm walking, I literally say to the universe, like, hey, Steven, I miss you. Send me a coin. Like, just send me a couple of coins. And I look down and there's like 2 pennies. And my point is, if you think of it this way, if somebody on the other side can send you a sign like that, you definitely can feel them if they're already on the same plane as you. Just keep leading with love. Try to concentrate on other things. And I know it can be hard. I get it. I know it can be challenging. Try to keep your heart open and really just be open to the love that's around you, because people and things surprise you. And sometimes you don't even realize it, that You need healing from another soul or a different way to love yourself, and you'll miss it if you're just not open. So stay good. I really appreciate you guys being here and sending the love. Have a good evening. Bye.